labor. That's very, very important to remember today. Tiksha, right? But let me tell you at the outset that today is a day that symbolizes our relentless effort in combating child labor. But it does not mean that we are limiting our efforts only to the day. Today, we must struggle every day. Do you agree with me? Every day is a struggle against child labor. My dear ladies and gentlemen around here, it is the children from the rural areas that we will see in hotels, tea shops, factories, or homes in big towns and cities like Kathmandu. Some of you will not even see them in Kathmandu. They have been trafficked across the borders to work in foreign countries in the most exploitative and dangerous conditions. The 44 boys and girls from Surkhet that the police has just rescued from being trafficked is just the tip of the iceberg. A few days ago, you all witnessed the uproar of the Kamlaris. They put us all to shame. They put us all to shame because of our inability to protect them. They put me personally to shame. And this has to stop. It has to stop, and we need to start now to assess the situation so that we can plan better to tackle this issue. We need to know how many children are still being kept by their employers against their will. How many of them spend their days laboring, breaking their backs, carrying weights that is too heavy for their bodies, cooking and cleaning for others. Many of them cry themselves to sleep, and many of them are too tired to cry even and go to sleep. It is when we all of us here around, that from the public to the government, we have to start asking questions. We have to seek answers so that we can better be prepared. Ladies and gentlemen, you all know, we in Nepal have signed key international conventions against child labor, right? You agree with me? We have signed. Congratulations to Nepal for signing these agreements. But now the challenge is to enforce, and enforcement remains very weak, affecting coordination and the collaboration of all. There are only a handful of labor inspectors in the country, which have a limited mandate to inspect labor conditions in the formal sector, right? Only in the formal sector. So that means no one is to monitor in the informal sectors the conditions of thousands of children, like the illegal factories and the workshops. The elimination of child labor has to be a state priority. Repeat after me. The elimination of child labor has to be a state priority. It is the responsibility of each and every one of us to support the state to do that. A solid social network system has to be put in place, and that's so wide that it caters to the most vulnerable families and their children. Every child, every boy and every girl. Failing the children means failing the promise to the entire nation of Nepal. I would like to assure you that UNICEF is here with you together with ILO and other UN partners, and the civil society is there shoulder to shoulder with the government and other partners to this struggle. We are willing to provide all the support to ensure that one day we can proudly claim that Nepal is Bal Shram Mukta Desh. Let's repeat again. Nepal Bal Shram Mukta Desh. Repeat after me. Bal Shram Mukta Desh. Very good. Mukta Desh. Nepal Bal Shram Mukta Desh. So today, let's it be the beginning of the struggle and not the end. Let us remember that it is the responsibility of each and every one of you, whether it's a civil society, whether it's a government, whether it's the UN, whether it's all of you, just being the members of the Nepali nation. So towards a Nepal fit for children, for healthy children. Thank you all. Very, very dhanyavad.